After months of delays and uncertainties, Mulan 2020 has finally been released on Disney+. And I've got nothing. I mean, what else can I say about these live action remakes that hasn't been said already? Disney are greedy, they're too lazy to come up with new ideas, they just remake their classic films. Now, you've heard it all before. There really isn't anything interesting I can add to the conversation, although there is something I noticed about the trailer. If you pause it at the right moment and zoom into the background, you can actually see what looks like a concentration camp. Now, with this remake coming out, it actually got me interested in what's in the original from 1998, which I've not actually seen before. So in a weird way, I'm kind of glad this remake exists, because I probably wouldn't have watched this film otherwise. Mulan is a great movie. Say what you will about the Disney Corporation, but they know how to make a fucking film. Mulan has everything you'd expect from a Renaissance era Disney film. It has phenomenal animation and art style, characters that are both memorable and likeable, and an engaging narrative that isn't afraid to go dark in some places. There's an especially powerful scene when the characters are in the middle performing a musical number, but it's abruptly stopped when they come across a village that was sacked by the Huns. In that moment, the film has taken us from the vibrant, fun, and cartoonish world displayed in most Disney movies into the bleak and humorous reality that is warfare. Mwah! That's some good shit right there. The film is also very progressive in the way it explores gender roles and does so in a way that isn't overbearing or preachy, exploring it with a fair amount of nuance mixed in with some good humour. Oh yeah, and there's a cartoon dragon and a cricket in there somewhere, I don't know. Gotta sell them toys, bro! So yeah, Mulan is pretty great. However, it got me thinking. With the way this film explores gender roles, I couldn't help but wonder what it would be like if this film was made today. I mean originally. Yes. I wonder. Hello and welcome back to No Horseshit. You are watching my latest video, Woke Disney Goes Full SJW. As you all know, Disney are responsible for creating some of the best animated movies of all time, and arguably the best movies overall. However, over the last 8 years or so, it is clear that Disney are less concerned with creating timeless pieces of art, and more concerned with creating left-wing, pro-social justice warrior propaganda. And Disney's latest film, Mulan, promises to be the most wokest film of this era of Disney films, which the PC warriors have called Disney's Rhinoceros. Mulan, as you can guess, is set in ancient China, at a time when male dominance was at its peak and women were second-class citizens. In that time, a woman's only purpose was to be married and produce children for their husbands. It was forbidden for women to join the army and even speak up in the presence of men, as they were considered inferior. If a woman did something that was considered forbidden, they would most likely be beaten and in some cases even killed. And of course, being how woke Disney is, all of this is portrayed like it was a bad thing. When China was invaded by the Huns, the emperor orders that one man from every household must fight in the army. In Mulan's household, the only man is her father, who is too old and weak to fight. So Mulan disguises herself as a boy and fights in her father's place. Now, after hearing the film's incredibly woke pro-feminist plot, it is clear that the film's intention is to marginalise straight white men. The film is teaching young children, as young as one I should add, that men, especially fathers, are too weak and useless to fight for their families. But a 16-year-old girl on the other hand can outshine any man. This film is blatantly telling men and boys that they're not strong enough to fight for their country. Women are the only ones capable of saving their country from evil. Women are superior to men in every way, and if you think otherwise, you're a sexist misogynist. Or I hate to break Disney's woke progressive SJW bubble, but that's not true. It is scientifically proven that men are in fact superior to women, and I can prove it by showing you this graph that I don't understand. But of course, Disney won't make a film telling people that men are actually superior to women, because that would be sexist. And if pandering to pro-feminist SJWs wasn't enough, this movie gives a massive fuck you to traditional and conservative values. In joining the army and stealing her father's armour, yes, she steals her father's armour, people. She is going against conservative values and completely shitting on her own culture. Now, if the film decided to portray this breaking of societal rules as a bad thing and paint Mulan as the enemy, I'd be absolutely fine with that. But of course, with this being the woke radical SJW company that is Disney, they of course portray this breaking of conservative values as empowering to women. This aspect of the movie makes it abundantly clear what the film is trying to do. Mulan is recruiting young girls to rebel against society and to wage war on straight white men. These movies are designed to destroy the very values and traditions that made this country what it is. That's what makes these current trend of Disney films so fucking bad. It's not about creating good movies, they just want to pander to the woke SJW progressives and turn the world into a dystopian hellscape. These left-wing propaganda films won't even be remembered in 5 years' time. No one will be talking about Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, or Aladdin, but classics like The Black Cauldron will be remembered for the rest of time. Here's a suggestion, Disney. Instead of programming young girls to be pro-feminist anarchists, why not teach them useful life lessons instead? How about teaching women not to question men all the time? Or how about teaching women not to argue with their man when they say something they find repulsive? How about teaching them not to cheat on on their boyfriends with Greg down at the gym. Or maybe, just maybe, tell them not to leave their boyfriends after 10 years because they drink too much or they go on too many racist rants all the time. Yes, I'm talking to you, Cheryl. I know you're watching this. Did you think it was fun, leaving me after 10 years and treating me like I was nothing? Did you think it was funny to rip my heart from my fucking body and stamp on it again and again? In fact, you know what? You know what? Fuck you, Cheryl! You ruined my fucking life! I wish you can hear so I can rip your fucking heart out of your chest and stomping it over and over again, and I'll say, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Yeah. Let's not think about that. So, in my last video, I said some things that I regret. I'm particularly sorry to Cheryl. I'm sorry I said those things to you. I regret what I said. I've actually put my phone number in the description if you ever feel like you want to talk about this further. Yeah, I think talking about it would be a very good thing to do. So I highly recommend that you call me. Yeah, call me.